On a quiet October morning, a beloved doctor vanished from her home in a peaceful Oregon town. Her car was still in the driveway, her phone was on the kitchen counter, and the front door was locked from the inside. No signs of a struggle, no forced entry, no one saw a thing. Dr. Ellen Hartley was simply gone. Dr. Ellen Hartley was a name everyone in Ashford, Oregon knew. Not just a physician, a lifeline. She ran the town's only community clinic, often treating patients for free, working late hours, never asking for praise. She was private, disciplined, deeply respected. To most, she was perfect. But in truth, very few people really knew her at all. On Monday, October 6th, Ellen left her clinic like any other evening. She waved goodbye to a nurse, drove home, and was never seen again. The next morning, she missed 2 appointments. Unusual. A staff member called her. No answer. They went to her home. Lights off. Door locked. Car still in the driveway. Inside, her cell phone was charging. Her keys were on the table. And her bed? Never slept in. Police treated it as a possible abduction. But there were no signs of a break-in. No ransom. No leads. Until a grainy traffic cam changed everything. At 11:47 p.m., the night before she vanished, Ellen's car was caught on camera, driving downtown. She was in the driver's seat, and in the passenger seat, a man, face hidden, identity unknown. As detectives began looking into Ellen's personal life, they found cracks in the image. She'd recently withdrawn over $10,000 in cash. She canceled a vacation last minute. Staff described her as distracted, nervous, even paranoid. One nurse recalled hearing Ellen on a tense phone call. She said, "I did what you asked, but this ends now." The investigation took a turn when police traced a burner phone she'd been using to a name no one expected. Jason Lennox, a local EMT, respected, reserved, and one of Ellen's oldest friends. They went to medical school together. He dropped out. She hadn't. Jason had no criminal record, but he did have a past, a fatal overdose scandal in another town, quietly swept under the rug. Detectives found blood in the back of Jason's SUV, small but unmistakable. And in Ellen's home, hidden behind medical textbooks, was a journal, documenting months of suspicions. Ellen believed Jason was forging prescriptions using her clinic's access. She was preparing to report him. The night she disappeared, she confronted him. Jason confessed. He claimed they argued. She fell, hit her head. He panicked, assumed she was dead, and buried her. But the autopsy revealed she was alive, unconscious, but alive, for hours after the injury. If he had called for help, she could have been saved. Dr. Ellen Hartley was found 6 days later, wrapped in a tarp, buried beneath cedar trees. Jason Lennox was sentenced to 25 years in prison for manslaughter, obstruction of justice, and evidence tampering. Her clinic now bears her name. A plaque in the waiting room honors her life, and her family has launched a foundation supporting addiction recovery in rural areas, the very cause Ellen was fighting for right up to her final moments. Sometimes the most shocking betrayals don't come from strangers. They come from the people we trust the most. And what happened to Dr. Ellen Hartley wasn't just a tragedy. It was a warning. Because what lies behind the crime is often darker than we ever imagined. If you found this case compelling, subscribe to Behind the Crime for more real stories that go deeper than the headlines. New episodes every week. In this episode of Behind the Crime, we explore the shocking disappearance of Dr. Ellen Hartley and the unexpected suspect hiding in plain sight. Subscribe for weekly deep dives into real American true crime stories, unsolved mysteries, and the dark side of human nature. Don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts on this case.